Hello friends, welcome to Testing Talks Latest. In today's video, I am going to explain how to generate extent reports using Selenium and Java. Extent reports are elegant and clean reports generated for the Selenium tests, and we can use Selenium and TestNG along with extent reports dependency for generating these reports, and we need to create Maven project before adding the dependencies for extent reports. So once create the Maven project, we can add dependencies such as Selenium, TestNG and extent reports to generate the reports. Subscribe our channel for more such interview questions and tutorials, and like this video for reaching other interview aspirants. So for generating the extent reports, we have to create the extent manager class. Extent manager class will have static extent reports with static extent reports class, and also get report object method will create as part of the extent manager, which will report extent reports class. And as part of this get report object, we are going to create a path where the reports can be generated. Here, as you see, this path is using system.get property, which does mean user directory for this project, and under this project we are creating reports under the folder reports with the name index.html, and we are using extent spark reporter to pass this path and generate the reports with the configuration. By setting the reports name, we can pass the date also to generate daily reports, and here also for the file name we can pass the date so that reports cannot be replaced always, and document title can be specified as Selenium report. And here, by using the attached reporter from extent reports, we are going to generate the reporter. So with this, we are going to set system info such as tester and tester name, and return the extent reports class from this get report object, so that we can use this extent reports class with this method name get report object to generate the report. So we're going to create a test and see how to implement extent reports in our project. So I'm going to use base class which can generate the reports, so that I'm going to create a class with the name base class, and before shoot running we're going to generate the reports, and remaining parts we're going to update the tests with the pass and fail results. So I'm using the name of the class as base class, and we're going to use at before shoot, and create a method public void with the name setup. Let we create class extent reports, with name extent. Let we import extent reports. As we already have the dependency for this form, we are able to import the extent reports from event stack extent reports path, and we are able to import the class. Later we can have we need to import this p4 suite, and later we can implement creating the report from extent manager class. So from extent manager class we need to use get reporter object. So as you see, get reporter object is the static method. We need to call this method from the class directly. So let we use extend reporter manager dot get report object and assign to extend reports. As you see, return object for this get report object is extend reports. This will create a file under the reports folder. So now we are going to create a test such as home page verification, so that I am giving the name as verify title for this test. So let me create a test with class name verify title, and let me create a method and run with a test annotation public void verify title. We can create page object model also in this execution. For that we can modify this verify title as home page test or home test or something like we can add. Okay, we can add home page test here. Let we refactor it. It is better to implement page object model, so to use it in organized framework. So rename home page test and refactor it. Now I am going to give the test title as verify title. Let we define our WebDriver with the name as driver and assign it to null and import WebDriver. As part of the verify title, I am going to create a class homepage. So the verification can be done from the class homepage, so that we need to create a class within homepage. So homepage, new homepage, and from homepage we are going to return the title from the method navigate. For that I am going to create homepage dot navigate, so that from the class homepage I am running a method navigate. So let me create homepage class before under pages source main Java. I am using for this home page class generation. We'll have navigate class as part of the home page, so that let me create a method public with return type as string, since from this method we are returning the title of the home page. So method name is navigate and I'm passing driver through this method, and in this method I'm going to launch the URL such as google.com. So I'm giving the URL for google.com such as https www.google.com and return the title. So for that I'm going to create a string with the name as title and using driver.getTitle. This will return the title. So using return title, I am returning the title from this method. So let me modify homepage test to pass the driver, and as part of the verify title we can assign driver to new Chrome driver. In this way we are launching Chrome driver for our test. So let me import Chrome driver. So, and as you see, it navigate method is returning title. I am assigning the title which is returned from the navigate method. If title equals Google, our test passed. So for reporting we are using ExtentReports. So let we provide the configuration for ExtentReports. For that we have to use ExtentTest with the name test. Let me import ExtentTest, and if title equals Google, let me pass the test. Saying title is matched, and we can pass the title to here by passing the variable. In the case if title does not match, we can report that such as test.fail, title does not match, and mention expected title is Google, and actual title is title coming from the application. So this way we can identify where the issue is by seeing the result, and we are going to quit our driver after this test, and after test I am going to flush the extent test. So we are going to otherwise we have to flush the ExtentReports completely. Let we flush by using the after shoot. This part we can even run as part of the base class. So after shoot we can create one method clean up. Let we import aftershoot and clear this extent using flush. So now extent reports will be cleared and our test will have generated with the reports. This is how we can create the extent reports, and for this class we are going to extend base class so that base class will run before running this home page test. Here we used inheritance by extending the base class. Let we run our test and see the results. As we already have index.html, so I am going to create extent manager with different report format with different file name, index_test. I am creating now. Let we add test name by using extend reports, so that ExtentTest equals to extent.createTest. As we see, we already created extend reports from the base class. We can use it directly, and I am giving the name of the test as verify home page title, and I'm going to give the name as index test. Let we run our test and see the results. Run as Maven test. Our test started running. As we see, browser got opened and google.com opened and quit the driver. So, and reports got generated. Let we see our reports under the project directory. So it is under C users, Vijay Bhaskar. Now the project name is Selenium Maven 3. Under test project, under reports, we have the reports. Let we see the reports, and these reports are elegant compared to log reports we are going to generate using logger plugins. Let me see the reports with graphs and test report format. As you see, I have given the title, test name, verify home page title. It has given title matched Google and test is passed. And the name of the test reports is automation results and title is Selenium report. Even graphs would have been generated. As we see, these graphs generated on May 31 and one test passed and test failed is 0. So this is how it will generate the reports. Even we can take the screenshots with the extent reports. I will explain those things in next video. Subscribe our channel for more such interview questions and tutorials, and like this video for reaching other interview aspirants, and thanks for your support.